This video is sponsored by Pixelmon To Go. This is an amazing community-driven project that brings you into the world of Pokemon. They've added loads of cool features such as VoiceChat, dancing emotes, and costumes. They also run daily events such as big boss fights and entertainment shows where people sing or perform acts. This is what the textures and costumes look like in-game, and it's all in this amazing launcher. And you can log into it with Mojang or Microsoft. All you have to do is press play to start your adventure. Visit the link in the description to download it for free. Now back to the video. This video contains spoilers for the Demon Slayer manga, so if you haven't finished it yet and you care about spoilers, be warned. In this video, I spent 100 days in Demon Slayer. In this mod, you can either play as a demon or a Demon Slayer, and after many requests, this time I played as a demon. Now there was one glaring issue I had trying to set this up. Demons die during the daytime, and I didn't really feel like mining or doing something else boring like that during the day, so instead I used the game rule to make it so it stayed night the whole time. If you think that's cheating, maybe, but I thought the video would be more entertaining this way. My goals for these 100 days were to defeat all the Hashira and all the moons. So yeah, there was a lot more combat in this. And finally, once again, I wanted to defeat Muzan. I haven't tested how well this'll go, but seeing as he controls all demons, I don't think it'll end that well for me, but I guess we'll see. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe as I'm trying to get 100k by the end of the year. Alright, that intro was long enough, so let's just get into day 1. On day 1, as per usual, I started by getting some wood, then started getting stone and found a cave in the process. A baby zombie then ambushed me, but I got rid of him pretty quickly. I then started getting some food, but a demon spotted me, so I pillared up with some dirt and killed it, thus joining the Demon Slayers and getting some good armor and a sword. Don't worry, you can still become a demon after becoming a Demon Slayer. I'll show you how in a minute. First though, I tested out my sword, and yes, got water breathing again. I was hoping for something more exotic, but I won't complain. It's familiar and reliable. After getting a good amount of food, I went mining. Not for iron or diamonds, but for this, Muzan blood ore. When you mine it, you get Muzan blood, and when you drink that, you become a demon. The more of it you drink, the stronger you get. When I transformed, I got a bunch of potion effects right off the bat. Usually, you would have to be a high-level Demon Slayer to get this stuff. So yeah, if you want a shortcut, being a demon is definitely the way to go. I got more blood and drank it, getting a level up along the way. I don't know how much blood exactly you need to drink to get a level up, but in my experience, I think it's about 3. But I'm pretty sure it can fluctuate. I leveled up again, then found some diamonds before a Demon Slayer interrupted me. I fought him and let's be honest, he didn't really stand a chance, and then I ate him. I didn't know whether or not you could level up some more by eating Demon Slayers, so I tried it, but nah, turns out it's just a really OP source of food. I then found some more diamonds, then a skeleton spawner. It didn't really have anything useful in it except a golden apple, which is always nice to have. I then leveled up again, and with that I had 2 rows of hearts. For reference, that's the max health a Demon Slayer can have, and I got it on day 1, which shows just how OP being a demon is. On day 2, I found Zenitsu. He started freaking out on me, but didn't really damage me since I was so strong because of my demon powers. When I killed him, I got a rank up to lower rank 6, which I wasn't even trying to do, but hey, I'll take it. I then leveled up a couple more times for good measure, and I thought I would take my powers for a spin against some Hashira and other demons. The first person I found was neither, but it was still Kanabo, and she was pretty strong, but yeah, nowhere near strong enough to kill me with all the potion effects I had. Later I found lower rank 6 who was pretty mad at me, presumably because I'd just taken his job a few minutes earlier, but yeah, again, it wasn't too much of a challenge to kill him and take his blood demon art. On day 3 I found this dude with the arrow ability, and hey, I wanted that, so I went for him. He was pretty annoying to fight, he kept tossing me in the air and such, but eventually I killed him. And then I took the chance to try out both of my new arts, before jumping straight into a fight with Enmu. I was pretty confident in my abilities at that point, so I thought I would try my luck. If you saw my other video, you know the drill. He teleports you to his dream world, you get out, attack again, he sends you back again, you get out again, kill him, he turns into a train. I still can't get over how wacky that is, by the way. Then finally, when you kill that, you officially defeat him. You know what? I barely took damage during that, so when I found an upper rank 5, I went to fight him too. I spawned in a bunch of tentacles from Enmu's blood art and used my other arts to slowly damage him. The fight was very long and tedious since every few seconds he teleported between his vases, but eventually I killed him and took his powers too. I tested out his moves and they're all pretty cool, but I especially like spawning in these big goldfish since they're much more useful as minions than Enmu's tentacles, which makes sense since they belong to an upper ranker. On day 4, I drank some blood that those demons I fought dropped and leveled up again. Later on, I killed some Demon Slayers for more food. That's a sentence I'd never thought I'd say. Then I killed the hand demon, but didn't get his demon art. What a scam. Later, I went mining for more Muzan ore and leveled all the way up to 28 hearts. Yes, 28. Being a demon with this mod is just insanely broken. On day 5, I went mining for more Musan ore since I wanted to get as strong as possible. And on that note, I also used those diamonds I found before to make armor. On day 6, I encountered the Wind Hashira. I used all the blood demon arts I'd gotten in the fight, and while he was strong, he didn't really pose a huge challenge to me. After I killed him, he dropped his shirt, which is a first for me, and so I took the chance to wear it. I later found Rengoku, and he had some really cool moves, but didn't really do much damage to me. That is, until the end of the fight, when good lord he went off on me. Later I killed Enmu again, which I won't lie was pretty easy at this point, and dragged the bloody drop to get to max level. For my last fight of the day, I found Muichiro, and I was not prepared for how strong he was. Every time he got close to me, he did massive amounts of damage, so I had to keep him back with my arrow ability and do damage to him from afar. And eventually, that strategy paid off, and I defeated him. On day 7, I got some food, both from animals and demon slayers, you know how it is. Then I fought Igoro. I learned my lesson from last time. I kept him at range with my minions and other abilities and only got close at the very end to finish him off. I was pretty unlucky that day compared to the last one, and Igoro was the only Hashira I found. On day 8 though, I found both Gyu and Shinobu at the same time and fought them both. Once again, I made sure to be very cautious, spawning in as many minions as I could to distract them, while damaging them with my other abilities. I first beat Shinobu, then Gyu, who did some damage to me at the end, but not enough to change the outcome. Later on, I found a desert temple and got a golden apple in it. I also found a village where I got a bunch of food, both bread and villagers, because yeah, you can eat them too apparently, which is pretty funny. Around this time, I wanted to get some type of home or base set up, and I opted for this desert temple. I'd never used it as a base before, and it seemed like as good a time as ever to do so. I then lit it up with all the torches I had because that temple only had room for one monster in it. On day 9, I found Uzui, and yeah, same deal. I tried to keep him distracted with my minions and do damage from afar, but right when I killed him, Muichiro snuck up on me and almost killed me. I'm telling you, this guy is insane in this mod. After escaping from my near-death experience, I found Kanroji, and by using the same strat as usual, defeated her, which helped me gain back a little bit of my self-esteem. And with that, I defeated all the Hashira, except Himejima because he isn't in the mod yet. I then went out on the open ocean to find some new locations, and along the way found Rui's mountain, then quickly found the man himself. I really wanted his blood demon art, so I didn't mess around and killed him as soon as possible. I then tested out his abilities on his own family members and other demons, and these seemed like they would definitely make a useful addition to my arsenal. On day 10, I swam to another island and found myself in Inosuke, and let's just say things didn't end too well for him, sorry pal. After that, I swam back to the main island where my base and the village were, which took pretty much the rest of the day. On day 11, I fought Upper Moon 2, and hey, maybe I was overconfident, but I thought I'd try my luck against him. But what I found out was, if you use certain abilities on demons like this one from Rui, the demon doesn't know you're attacking it, so yeah, I got myself a free blood demon art. I tested it out, and it's definitely one of, if not the coolest ones out there. You can even spawn little ice minions that use the same abilities as you. Well, all of this had gotten to my head, so in my infinite stupidity, I thought, hey, let's fight Upper Rank 1. And what followed was the longest and most stressful fight I've ever had in this mod. I almost died more times than I can count, and had to retreat even more than that. But eventually, I barely, and I mean barely, in every sense of the word, squeaked out a victory. Well, oof, I'm never doing that again, but if you were wondering, yes, getting this sword was still worth all of it. On day 12, I found Uzui, and yeah, my weapons were now way too OP for him to even touch me. I then found Inosuke, and yeah, same deal. And this time I got one of his swords. I mean, it's cool and all, but not really useful to me at this stage. Later on, I found Akaza. Now this fight was a real challenge. His attacks do a ton of damage really quickly, and his regeneration move is really powerful too. But in the end, much like in my other video, he exploded. Which, thanks to you guys in the comments, I realized was a nod to how Akaza died in the manga, which is a really nice touch by the mod creator. You already know I tested out Akaza's blood demon art, and yeah, as expected, it's really cool and fun to use. On day 13, I found Rengoku again, and this time I tried to use some Akaza moves on him. I'm sorry if you're getting flashbacks to the movie, but I had to do what I had to do. When I killed him this time, he dropped his head. I didn't even know that was possible, but I'll take a trophy, I guess. Day 14 corrupted, sorry about that, but all I really did was run around looking for someone to fight, but couldn't find anyone interesting. On day 15, I swam across the ocean again, but found nothing, so I resorted to mining instead, and found some diamonds, but not much else. On day 16, I found some more diamonds, then some more, then found a lava pool, which I used to make a nether portal. Then, in my infinite wisdom, I forgot to get flint, so I went on a little excursion to find some, which took the rest of the day, then finally I entered the nether. On day 17, I went looking for a fortress, and I was pretty lucky since one was quite close by. There were a lot of wither skeletons and blazes, but alas I didn't get any wither skulls, but my main focus at that point was the blaze rods, and I got enough so I ran back to my portal and went through it. On day 18 I started looking for the stronghold and found it pretty quickly. What I did not find quickly was the portal room, which took me the rest of the day to find. On day 19 I started the dragon fight by using my Akaza abilities to get rid of the crystals. I tested out everything else I had, and this was the only thing that worked. And it was the only thing that worked on the dragon too. So whenever it came close to the ground, I used the same ability over and over to damage it, until eventually I defeated it. It wasn't particularly hard, but at least I could use an ability on it this time. So it was still more fun than when I fought it in the other video. On day 20, I lost all my abilities. Yup, for some reason, going into the end gets rid of your demon power-ups. So I had to go mining for Muzan blood again. This was annoying to do, so I'll spare you the details of me mining on this day and day 21, but on day 22 I surfaced to get blood the other way, by killing other demons. And luckily I found one that I hadn't fought yet, or more specifically two, cause it was upper rank 6. I started by spamming my abilities on Gyutaro, but I hit him in the water and it was really annoying to fight in there. Nonetheless, I finally got him low and didn't kill him, because you have to kill him and his sister at the same time for them to die. Which I forgot about since I fought them with Hashira in the other video, and he used his abilities to kill them at the same time. Eventually, after much pain and suffering, I maneuvered Gyutaro over to his sister and finished them both off, then drank the blood they dropped to get a power up. On day 23, I fought upper rank 5 again with my minions, which are really fun to fight with by the way. It's unfortunate that they despawn after like a minute. Anyway, I drank his blood and leveled up again. Later, I found another Akaza and fought him too. My game plan was to spawn in a bunch of minions and keep him back with my snake shooting thing, Rui's webs, and of course my insanely OP moon breathing sword. Eventually, as per usual, after fighting him for a while, he blew himself up and I got his blood. Later, I went into the nether and found upper rank 1. I don't know if I was just bored or what, but I stupidly tried to fight him again. Keyword tried, because I think me killing him before was a huge fluke. He almost killed me a bunch of times and what ended up winning me the fight was a glitch. If you use certain abilities on him, he doesn't fight back. So I spammed this ability like crazy until I finally won. Well, if you can even call that winning. Then from day 24 to 35, I farmed wither skulls. I could have made this go faster by getting a looting sword, but I'm sorry, I was way too lazy to get all those books, so I opted to do it the old-fashioned way. This stretch of days wasn't without some achievement though. I killed a bunch of demons for their blood and used it once again to get the max level. On day 36, I looked around for a good place to fight the wither and decided here would probably be good enough. I spawned in my minions and tried to get them to go after him, but they wouldn't, so I thought I'd attack him real quick to make sure they were locked on. But oops, that was way more damage than I meant, and yeah, they finished him off pretty quick after that. I mean, I did get my minions to fight him I guess, technically, a little bit at least. And so on day 37, with nothing more to fight, I thought now was the time to fight Muzan. You know how before upper rank 1 didn't fight back when I hit him with certain abilities? Well, I was hoping that the same would happen with Muzan because let's just say that I tested it out in another world and bad things happened to demons who try to fight him. So I spawned him in and used an ability to knock him into lava. I was too scared to attack him anymore, so I thought I'd just let him burn in there. But his regeneration was insane. So he gained back almost all the health he was losing. Keyword almost. The lava did damage slightly faster than he could heal it back. So all I had to do was wait. And wait I did. For 12 days. Yup, it took 12 in-game days for him to finally burn to death. But with that, I had technically achieved what no other demon could. I defeated Muzan. And if that isn't worth subscribing for, I don't know what is. Now, like with my first video, I have nothing else to do, so I'll end it here. However, I will be streaming day 50 to 100 on my Twitch channel, linked in the comments and description. So if you're interested in seeing what happens, go check it out. Even if you don't catch it live, you can follow for future streams and watch the full VODs back after the fact. Thank you all so much for watching, your support has been crazy. My first video got over 1 million views, which has been a dream of mine ever since I was a kid, so I really can't thank you all enough for that.